And we're back talking about the Nano Lagoon, the 10-gallon responsible reef tank for newbies. And today we want to teach you a little maintenance trick that will help you keep the sandbed aerobic and healthy. Now, in nature, sandbeds are seldom static. The ocean floor is always subject to disturbances. Those can be physical disturbances from waves and currents, or they can be biological disturbances, which are basically organisms moving through the sandbed. Those have a beneficial effect, and in our little captive 10-gallon Nano Lagoon tank, we want to try to replicate that occasional physical disturbance that one sees on real reefs. And to do that, we're going to use this tool that we introduced in a previous video. This is just the aquarium brush, a long-handled plastic brush, and it's nice because you can dip it into the tank and use the handle end to get down around the sandbed and just sort of move the sand around very gently the way I'm doing it now. And you notice that I'm not really grinding it. I'm just turning it, stirring it a little bit, and working my way across the front and around to the back, just kind of poking it and smoothing it so that it will be flat the way it was before, and I'm doing it near the glass. Now you might think this is going to hurt the organisms in the sandbed, and that point is debatable, but I don't believe that this is going to do any significant damage to those organisms, and I think whatever harm might be done is far outweighed by the benefits. It's imperative to keep your sandbed aerobic, and that means no anoxic, anaerobic, dead zones where hydrogen sulfide gas is formed by bacteria. Another benefit of an occasional stirring, and we're talking about maybe once a week or twice a month. Not really necessary to do it more than that. What you will find if you have kept a lot of aquariums is that sometimes when you break down an old aquarium, you find that the sandbed has turned into something like concrete. And what's happened there is the bacteria, particularly the old senescent bacteria, have secreted a little substance, kind of like superglue, and you get millions upon millions of old bacteria secreting this glue-like substance, and it actually bonds together and turns the sandbed into something so hard it's just like concrete. It's very difficult to deal with, and of course that's not contributing to the health of your sandbed organisms or to your reef tank. So now I've essentially completed my stirring, and I've stirred up a little bit of sediment and a little bit of the sort of calcium carbonate particles, which are always in dissolution, are now released into the water column, and some of those will actually dissolve into the seawater, and that performs a buffering function which helps your seawater from becoming acidic. And also, if there's any detritus or organic matter in the sand, this sort of stirring will liberate that up into the water column, and it will have an opportunity to go into the intake tube and up to the filter pad where it has an opportunity to be filtered out. So we've just shown you a very simple technique. It's called sandbed stirring. It's not a new idea. It goes back to some of the great masters like Peter Wilkins, and all the way through to some more recent authors, and we believe that it has merit. We've always done it in our own tanks, and we highly recommend an occasional gentle sandbed stirring in your Nano Lagoon.